Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Michael Jaden X here, and happy Black History Month. Today I'm doing my first video as a tribute for Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Michael Jaden X here, and happy Black History Month. This is my first tribute for a famous black person. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Michael Jaden X here, and happy Black History Month. This is my first tribute for a trailblazing black icon in our history. And it is none other than Diana Ross the Boss, one of my favorite black female singers of all time. Actually my favorite, actually. Without further ado, let's get into it. It all started in Detroit, Michigan on March 26, 1944. An icon was born, and her name is Diana Ross. She was actually born Diane Ernestine Earl Ross, but on her birth certificate, they put the wrong name up there. It said Diana. So legally her name would be Diana, but to everybody who knew her, she was Diane. She grew up in Detroit, and she was even neighbors with the legendary Smokey Robinson. Now, as far as career-wise, let's go over to the late 1950s. In 1959, when she was 15, she would join the Pre-Meds, which consisted of Florence Ballard, Mary Wilson, and Betty McClown. Throughout the 1960s, the Supremes would drop several hits, two of my favorites being Where Did Our Love Go? Baby, baby, where did our love go? And Stop in the Name of Love. Stop in the name of love. By the 70s, she would leave the Supremes to do her own solo career. She would drop hits like Reach Out and Touch and Ain't No Mountain High Enough. She was even performed on the Ed Sullivan Show and was one of the driving forces of getting the Jackson 5 on the map. And she and the little Michael Jackson would go on to have a lifelong friendship. In 1972, Diana starred in her first movie, Lady Sings the Blues, which is a biopic about the legendary blues singer, Billie Holiday. It starred Billy D. Williams and Richard Pryor. And this movie would be the one to jumpstart her movie career in acting. In 1975, 3 years later, she returned to the big screen playing Tracy Chambers in Mahogany, in which she plays Tracy, an up-and-coming fashion designer, in which Billy D. Williams will be in her with that too. Well, we cannot talk about Diana Ross's movies without talking about the legendary 1978 film adaptation of The Wiz, in which she played Dorothy, who instead of a little girl was a 24-year-old elementary school teacher who was going to consider teaching high school later, who lives in New York City with her aunt and uncle and her dog. And then she gets swept up into a parallel universe of her New York City home called Oz. Now, if you know The Wizard of Oz, you know The Wiz. In which she would star with her longtime friend Michael Jackson as he would play the Scarecrow. And Richard Pryor would come back for this and play The Wiz. Now, The Wiz didn't do so well because it was coming at a time. It was the late 70s, and people were comparing it to The Wizard of Oz. So the white audience didn't really cater to it all that much. They didn't really care for it. And Diana would be dragged for her performance because she was in her 30s playing an adult version of Dorothy, because they're so used to her being a little girl. So seeing her be a grown woman who was a teacher, live in New York, like that script for The Wiz was just not what the white audience was going for. Yeah, mainly her age and performance would be drugged to hell for that. And honestly, y'all need to leave Diana alone. She really ate this up. Like, I think Diana's a good actress and a good singer. People just don't give her credit for that. So all y'all miserable bitches need to shut up. Like, I swear. Like it is a good movie. Does it have flaws? Yeah. But The Wiz is my favorite movie, so of course I'm gonna go to battle for it. Honestly, some of y'all are just the miserable bitches with no taste, no sense of humor, and needs to talk too much, so shut up. While The Wiz didn't do so well when it came out, it would later go on to be a cult classic in our black media, and it's a fan favorite by a lot of us, even me. So The Wiz does get its flowers now. Now, over the years, by the 80s, Dinah would have more songs like I'm Coming Out and a cover of Why Do Fools Fall in Love, which is a cover of the Frankie Lyman song, which would later get made into a 1998 movie. That's for another video, because that's a Frankie Lyman song. Dinah just had a cover for it. During her time at Motown in the 70s, Dinah would date the founder, Berry Gordy, and they even had their daughter Rhonda together. Diana would get married and divorced twice and has 5 kids, 3 daughters, Rhonda, Tracy, and Chutney, and 2 sons, Ross and Evan. To this day, Diana still performs. Even in her early 80s, she's still on and popping. She performs. I saw her in Richmond a couple years ago. I'm going to have to include clips from that. She is one of our renowned black entertainers who stays relevant to this day, and her concerts continue to sell out. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I post a new video. See you in the next video. Deuces.